Hello everyone. So welcome back to this session. So here we are going to see one more pattern program. So this pattern 2 we have already covered in our previous video. So here if you see this pattern 2 and this pattern 3 is nothing but the reverse of this pattern 2, right? You can see this pattern is just nothing but the reverse of pattern 2. So how we can apply some logic to print that pattern with the help of our Java program. So let us see. So if I want to print this time 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. So again we are going to apply the same logic. First of all we will count total number of rows. So total number of rows you can see here is rows are 4 and columns are again 4. Okay. So again I will going to use two for loops. So that first for loop I will run for how many times? I will run for you can say 4 because we have total 4 rows. We have total 4 rows. So I will run that outer for loop for 4 times, and I will after increment the value of I. And inside that for loop I will also going to write inner for loop. So this is not, that will again, so let me take j. So from j equals to 1 to here again I will not going, I am going to write the value of I. So every time whatever be the value of I that is coming from this outer for loop will fall here, and that for loop will run for n number that much amount of time. So I will increment the value of j, and inside that again I will write system dot out dot print. So print after that in the double quotes I will say star. So it will print the star. So first of all, how many times I want to print the star? I want to print 4 stars. So if you see that this for loop, outer for loop, if I am writing like this, first of all, one will fall here, right? I want that this inner for loop will run for 4 times. So I will make some changes to this outer for loop. So what I will write, instead of starting from 1, instead of starting from 1, I will start it from 4. So I will write 4 here, and here I will make the change, and here as well. So if I just modify here, like I will start from 4 and I will say I greater than equals to 1, and then I will decrement the value of I. So if you see that outer for loop will still going to run for 4 time, because it will run for 4 time because as of now value of I is 4, then it will decrement 3 to 1. So it will exactly run for 4 time. But here once the value of I will be 4, so at first time 4 will come here at first time, so that inner for loop will run 4 times. So it will print 4 stars for me with the help of this statement, and after once it will print the 4 stars, we will come out of that inner for loop, and here I will change the line. So this statement I am again writing so that we can start from the next line. So print n. Okay, so once this inner for loop will be done, again this condition will be executed, last one. So I value will become 3. So value of I will become 3 here. This time value of I will become 3. So that inner for loop will run 3 times. It will run 3 times now, and it will going to print these 3 stars in the next line, right? And after that line will again change with the help of this statement. So we will again start from the beginning. So this time value of I will become 2. This time let me write 2 here. So 2 will come because of this statement, last one, value of I will decrement, so 2 will come here. So now this inner for loop you see here, it will going to run for exactly 2 times. So I will write 2 here. So once this inner for loop will run 2 times, I am going to see 2 stars in my output. So this star will again print this time this line, and after that again line will change with the help of this statement. So now the value of I will become 1. Value of I will become 1 because this statement is executed at the last, and then now the inner for loop will going to run for only one time. Will going to run for only 1 time. So once it will run for only 1 time, it will print only single star, only single star it will print in our output. And now after that line will change, right? So this is how. And once this statement is executed, so again this condition will be executed, last one. This time value of I will become 0. So if the value of I will become 0, so is 0 is greater than or less than equals to 1, so condition will become false. Condition will become false and we will come out of our outer for loop as well. So this is how you can print this star pattern with this logic, right? So you can see that our initial logic remains the same. First we have to count the number of rows and the number of columns. Then we are making some changes in the for loop and we are getting our desired output. So let us also see in the Eclipse editor how to write this program. So I will again create two variables that are of type integer. So I will write first outer for loop. It will run from I equals to 4 to, and I will decrement the value of I. Inside that outer for loop, I will write one inner for loop, so that will run from j equals to 1 to whatever be the value of I. So I will write I here and I will say increment the value of j, and I will simply write system.out.print here, so that my line will not change. When it will print the star, line will not change. So but after it will print 4 stars, after this inner for loop will print 4 stars, I want to change my line. So this is the reason I am writing ln statement here. So let us try to execute and see whether we are getting our desired output or not. So right click and run as Java application. You see that this is how you are printing your pattern program with the help of this easy logic, right? So if you want to have 5 stars in the beginning, so you have to just change this 5. If I change 5, so you will see 5 rows, and first of all 5 stars, and then 4, then 3, and then 2 and 1, right? So that's how you can print this pattern. So that's all for in this session. We will see one more pattern program in our upcoming lectures. So thank you.